Okay, today is August 25th, 2013. Let's take a look at some of the stock here. The first one is Chesapeake, CHK. We're talking about this consolidation here and looking for a break above this level here. And the reason I was also holding back on taking the break of this is because there's the upper resistance near that 26. So right now it booked to that 26 on Friday and essentially waiting for a some sort of trigger to come back down and maybe retest this breakout baseline. Because if we look at that 30-minute chart here, you see how it broke here, and on this Friday here, it broke here and it just essentially just went straight up, pretty much just trending day. And right now you're basically going to look for some sort of retracement and then look for the entry. Because also the other thing is we're looking at the weekly chart. You can see that the resistance line here on this long-term baseline is 26.14, and that's the reason why I didn't want to take the trigger here, because the upside is not worth the risk on the downside. Because we could easily see it might come back and retest this level and possibly even come back and form a what we call maybe a inverted right shoulder to set up this long-term inverted head and shoulder. That's one of the possibility. So essentially right now I'm just kind of keeping an eye on Chesapeake next week to see if there's some trigger set up here for me to go long. And again, I was tweeting out to one of the stock tweet member, and basically I was saying that we're not trying to pick the low here. We're basically just to try to make money. So if we buy high, sell higher, that meets the objective, and that's the the premises behind this play here. So even if I have to buy it higher, that's fine. If it's going to come up and tag this 121 extension on the fib, then we at least get this 27.25, and if we get up to this 141, then it'd be 28. So that's the Chesapeake play. And silver, we talk about silver many times. A couple of weeks ago, we were looking at this point here to say if we go above this level here, then we would do a swing long. And unfortunately, it just gapped up on the following trading session, and it did break this resistance level here. And that's basically, I think it was like the 20. Was that the 2091? No, the 2075, 2076. So it booked this and then went up here again. We encountered some slight resistance and then consolidated here. So we kind of set up a little flag, and on Friday it broke out again. So right now, essentially, I think silver is going to continue to trend up and maybe possibly tag this 23.55 level here. And who knows? It might even come up and fill this gap. So, and then we also look at gold. Gold is actually also doing a powerful move ever since the June low, and it booked to this 129 and change, close to that 130, and right now it's up at that 135. I am long on gold right now on the GLD. So right now we're basically looking for it to move about this 141 extension on the fib and possibly come up to this 138 level, which I said that probably will be equivalent to a $1,400 ounce for the gold. And the other thing is also the other one that we went back and looked at was kind of keeping an eye on MGM. And MGM, had an earning and that sort of thing. So I did get the stop out earlier on the previous trade, but right now I'm looking at, I was basically looking for it to break back above this particular point here, this high here. And Thursday actually broke through, so I'm back into MGM, long on MGM again. So basically want to ride it up and see if we tag this $19 level on this 127 extension and possibly move on higher. And then Tesla Motor just keep on trending up. It booked to this particular level here, the these 158.88, and right now it's just sitting at an all-time high here for Tesla. So probably see it to come back up and come up here to this 174 and possibly even tag this 182. So you just kind of keep an eye on that. This nice little bull flag here, if you want to take a look at that. And if we just do a little major move here, if we do a major move on this bull flag, so essentially we're talking about somewhere around the 190 level if we looking for that bull flag to trace itself out on the major move. And then Krispy Kreme, we were talking about also looking at Krispy Kreme, and when it got back up about this level here, I went back long and right now it's still trailing the stop and to see how far it could go. Essentially, we're looking for it to come up and maybe possibly tag this 25 here, because there is this this weekly way back here on this particular these level here extension I'm looking at. So we'll see how this thing play out. It seemed like the Krispy Kreme, this donut coffee company is basically continue to trend within this price channel, and the moving average is nice. Although you are seeing a little bit of a negative divergence, so kind of keep an eye on that. Then the other one is Facebook. Facebook, ever since it broke through this earning gap, I think a lot of people is basically waiting for it to come back down to this 34 level and try to get in. Well, I don't think it's going to do that. Right now, it seems like it's more probability of going up to attack that 45, that IPO high. But right now, essentially, we're looking for this maybe come up to the 43. Essentially, that's the 127 Fibonacci extension. So we're going to keep an eye on that. And after that, if it make a run above this 43, then there's a good chance it's going to go and attack that 45. And the other one is Green Mountain Coffee Roaster. We're also looking at that. It broke through this particular resistance level, and I went back long on it again. Went long once and made some money. I took my profit and hit my protective loss. Then right now, essentially, I'm going back in, and we're basically looking at the possibility for it to come back up and tag this 95, possibly even tagging the 100 mark up here. So we'll see where it's going to take us on this one here, because the GMCR seems to be showing some strength here. Then the other one that we looked at is CELG. I was in CELG, but since there's a momentum side, once I get in, I like to see this, the stock to start moving, but then it's kind of consolidating here. So I'm kind of waiting for a re-entry. If it get back up above this, this particular pivot, then I might, look for the trigger and get back in. But there is a good possibility that it's going to come back, at least tag this higher near that 150, and possibly get up to this 157, 158. And what can we say about Netflix? Netflix is squeezing the heck out of the short. So every time that you think it's going to collapse, it just reassert itself and make a newer high here. Right now, it just keep on going. The next possible resistance is 283. That's the 127 extension. Most likely, it could get up to this 290. Possibly, even tag the new, the previous high here at this point here. I believe this is the 323 or something like that. What is that? No, not 323. 304.79. So we could see this coming up. Here's this 127, and a 141 is a 168. So 161. So if it could get to these Fibonacci retracement level, then we could easily see a new high for new all-time high for Netflix. And the other one is Apple. And Apple, I did get out of Apple last week on Thursday, based on this pullback. So we're probably looking for this thing, maybe pull back a little bit more. If it come back down to somewhere around this 618 retracement, the 490, 495 area, then I'd be looking at a swing long trigger again, and then maybe a set up a little bull flag. If it break about this 517, 514, then I'm basically gonna look for entry, for swing long above this particular breakout point. Then let's see, the other one is Google. We're talking about Google that's hovering about this trend line here. Was trying to hold this, the 860 support. This 660 support here. So it did hold, and then right now it's hovering around this trend line. So the key thing is we want to see, could it break about this particular pivot low here. If it could get back about this trend line, then at least get above the 20 EMA and possibly maybe encounter some resistance at the 890. That's where the 50-day moving averages is. Also, that's where this little gap here. So essentially, we're still looking for this to break above this trend line and then get above this, near this 910. Then there could have a chance of coming up and make another new high. So then the other one that we want to follow up is Goldman Sachs. Again, Goldman Sachs is also kind of holding at this particular trend line here. Unfortunately, the 50-day and the 20 EMA is kind of rolling over, so it have to consolidate a little bit more and then maybe flatten out this moving average and then turn it up, then come up and try to retest this 168 and maybe possibly get up to that 175. Right now, the financial is not really that strong. One of the bank stock that I'm looking at is B of A, and you can see B of A. I'm looking for it to break about this particular pivot, close above it. So we're looking at this 1462, 1465, and if we can get up there, close above that, then there might be a good chance of tagging that for a swing long and possibly pay it back up here and maybe up on the upper trend line on that price channel. So there is a little bit of a resistance here somewhere around the 1531. So that's what we need to keep an eye on, and essentially that's what I've been watching, and these are the stock that might show some further upside potential move on the coming week. So good luck to your trading.